This last week we got 3 inches of rain. This morning we got another 10 hundredths. Not 1/10, 10 hundredths. Go by hundredths, not tenths. So all that rain for us is actually kind of rare. We're usually not that wet. We live on the edge of the guys that always get a lot of rain and the guys that don't get a lot of rain. We're right in the middle. So all this rain is awesome, and I'm very thankful for it. Minus the fact that we haven't been getting the heat units that we need to get the crops to actually grow. If you're missing one thing, you're always missing the other, but being wet is better than being dry. Another problem we've been having, mice. Never-ending issues this year. While I'm out cruising around, I'll give you guys a little look of how our crops are looking. So this cornfield was one of the last ones planted. I think was like May 19th-ish. Ish meaning a few days before or maybe a few days after. I'm pretty sure it's like May 19th. I definitely think we're behind. Typically, I think we should have like another foot or so. I think we should be close to canopy, but that is not happening. Weeds are under control, and like I said, we are wet. There is definitely moisture there. It needs to get warm. And this is kind of how all of our fields look. We're definitely behind in the heat units. Now here's what about a May 10th bean field looks like, I think is about when this was seeded. And I would say that's looking pretty good. Beans, to me at least, when they first come out of the ground, they just look so spotty. Like, what happened here? Did it just too much corn trash with the no-till program? It just didn't come up. But I mean, when you look down the row, if you got a nice full row, usually means you're doing pretty good. We got moisture though. This is really sandy soil, and there is definitely moisture there. Satisfying sound when rocks fall on each other. At least for me it is. Welcome back, guys. I think we've been gone a while. As some of you know, we posted saying my younger brother JT, who edits my videos, has been very sick, and thank you for all the prayers. So that's why we have not been recording, as I mentioned and we mentioned before, because he's been sick. He's my editor for all the videos and basically my manager. So without him, yeah, there's kind of no videos, and it just gave me anxiety recording and just didn't really want to get into it. Family comes first, so we've just been prioritizing work and everything else that has to go on with someone in the family being sick. So I think we're back. He's finally doing a little bit better. He's had a good week now, I think, finally. It's been a long summer. And y'all really didn't miss out on much. All summer we've been working on this giant project up here of picking and digging rock in this native pasture ground, and it sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. I can't complain too much because, I mean, at least we have the equipment to do it, right? Back in the olden days, we'd be doing this by hand, and then that would really suck. So I can't complain. But in any way, shape, or form, picking rock is just not a whole lot of fun. Those of you that know. Oh, I think he's stuck. Yeah, he's definitely stuck. Looks like we gotta go get the excavator. So some of you know, here in South Central North Dakota, we have been getting dumped on with rain. And that's been making it a challenge for getting these rock picked, and if it doesn't dry up, it might make harvest a really big challenge too. I'm not complaining about the rain though, I'm just saying the mud is a challenge. So yeah, we keep getting stuck, and mind you, this is on the top of a hill. It's not even in a low spot where, you know, a payloader would typically get stuck. Now that I finally got them unstuck, I actually think that might be the stuckest we've ever gotten that large payloader. That was pretty bad. They're gonna go work over there. I already drug them rock up to what I know is solid ground. So yeah, all summer I've been basically stuck in the excavator using the ripper to rip rock out onto a pile, and then the payloader scoop them up like I showed you in the beginning here. And yeah, that's been my summer. Not very eventful at all. So since I wasn't recording, I guess it wasn't much of a loss for you guys, but I kind of miss it, and I think I got my editor back, so we'll be here for a while, maybe. Brandon's out here with the heavy harrow. He's now jumping across the beans here to get to the other side, obviously, where there's some more pasture. He's just harrowing it up, trying to get the sod to bust up the best we can. because the harrow kind of can go over rock without destroying it. So that way, the more black we have the dirt, the easier it is when we come back along with the rock pickers to get it picked. So we're just trying to get the dirt worked up. I'm now gonna jump in the old chisel plow that we got for about 800 bucks out of some guy's tree row and go rip up over this virgin ground and basically destroy it. So here's what this looks like. It don't look pretty, that's for sure, but when all you gotta do is rip soil, and that's all you have to do is rip soil, and it doesn't have to look pretty. It works. It's cheap, but it works. It's a slow process. There is at least 6 shanks currently broke on this thing. That just means we gotta dig it 3 times instead of twice, right? So way back in the day before my time, I seen on some old aerial pictures, there used to be a fence line running through here. So I've been finding some T-posts and I was running the excavator digging rock out. So now I'm going to pile all these up so the payloaders can pick them up and get rid of them. Look at this old trusty steel, just ripping that dirt up and ripping out a heck of a lot more rock. It's kind of the point, trying to get it clean. There, I'd imagine in the payloaders they'll be able to see that and get them scooped up. Now that we got most of that land all raked with the excavators and harrowed and ready for black dirt, I'm now going to take the 6420 here and get this hay buster rock picker hooked up and get it ready, I guess. Not looking forward to this because these things are always broken, and no matter what you do, rock are just hard on stuff. Oh, here we go. Now we're gonna help Joey, aka Dad, get hooked up and get these things home. Oh, we're out here just giving her big smoke, or I don't know if you can call 1.8 miles an hour big smoke with the little hay buster rock picker. Very slow, tedious process out here. We got both rock pickers going, a skid steer and 2 payloaders. Whenever we have to dump, they always have a payloader right at us, that way we're not driving to the rock pile in order to dump, because that takes a lot of time and then we'd never get done. The payloaders are almost like our grain carts, and we're just like mini combines. Well, we are now transitioning away from hay busting for a little bit, and I am going to run the excavator for 2 reasons, because this gets very repetitive and very boring doing this all day at 1 mile an hour. You just want to switch stuff up every once in a while so you don't get so bored, because picking rock, there's nothing fun about picking rock. So I'm going to go start running the excavator. That was reason number 1. Reason number 2 is the farm made another investment that's coming today that should make the hay busting job a lot easier and a lot more efficient. Jed, you want to go drive tractor?
We're going to tractor. We're getting tractor.
Come with Timmy. Let's go drive tractor. So I'm getting this thing unhooked for our new picker that's coming, our new investment.
We got diesel the tractor.
We're gonna go diesel in the tractor? So instead of running the hay buster, like I've said in previous videos, I'm gonna be running excavator here, our large 335 case. I'm gonna be digging out rock, and Brandon's gonna be back there in the cat digging holes to bury the rock, because we can't give rock away around here. I tried posting them on Facebook Marketplace and free 99 and no one came and got them. So yeah, I take that excavator with that ripper that was on it and I rip through all these rock and rake them onto a pile like I have over there. And then after they're on the pile, the payloader scoop them and dump them in the hole. You get it. So I gotta get to work. So when I run through it with the excavator like this, ripping through it, it ends up making it very moguly and uneven, that seeding a crop into it would not be ideal. So Dad's out here now with the 8R and our little pull-type blader, working the ground and leveling it out. Now after that, Cameron will come take the chisel plow and run across it a couple times. Cameron's out here just destroying one chisel plow at a time. Oh, rock are just a lovely thing. But whenever we get the rock actually cleaned up, it's good heavy soil and holds moisture. As you can see, it's just like gumbo. It's heavy. thick wet because we have been getting a tremendous amount of rain this summer, as some of you already know. On this whole rain topic that I was just talking about a little bit here. So it's been, I think, 2 weeks since our last rain. Yeah, about 2 weeks. And it is still just so muddy out here. Like, it is just crazy. And make stuff even better. Not complaining. Want to. Maybe I am, but yeah, we're forecasted for another 1 to 2 inches of rain tonight. And it's, like I said, just already so muddy. This harvest could be interesting. It could involve more mud running than harvesting. So, I mean, if I'm getting back in the videos here, I guess it's good content for you guys. How many times can we get a combine stuck in a day, or how badly can we mud up a header or combine? I don't know, it might get very, very interesting this fall. We might be dragging combines through the beans with quad tracks. That would be horrible. Oh my gosh. Forget I ever said that. Oh, you know, the joys of rock, they never end. Dad must have found a rock just right on top of a rock and sliced a hole in this tire. And of course, it's got to be the inner one, not the outer one, right, Cameron? Okay, I'll just hold this here forever and we'll have a brand new tire. Yeah, I think that's a first for us. So we've always cut tires working in rock and stuff, but never actually cut tires to where it popped said tire. The joys of farming. It's easy, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Well, I'm having some fun, but that's not very easy. It truly blows my mind on how thick our rock are. Like, I just got done with that pile back there, and then went that far and already have this big of a pile again. Like, oh, it's never ending, that's for sure. Sometimes I wonder why we attempt to farm this stuff. While I was up there in the excavator, I noticed something that could create another potential flat tire in the future, so make sure to get out right away and get rid of this. Yep, I think we should be able to fit a few rock in there. Heck, I think we could bury a car in there if we really wanted. Well, when I was here ripping through this, making this giant pile, I did find a rock I could not get with the ripper, and I didn't want to destroy and bend the ripper all up. So I asked Brandon to get it, and he got it for me now. Not the biggest we've seen, but definitely got some size to it. Well, here's our new investment for the farm. This big behemoth of a rock picker. Elho, I think is how you say it. Elho Scorpio 550. First impressions, from videos it doesn't seem like it's all that well built, but in person, not gonna lie, it seems like it is pretty well built. Guys, which way is the right way to move a hydraulic? To lift the implement up, you push the hydraulic forward or backwards? Brandon thinks it's forward, I think it's backwards. Brandon's wrong. To the field we go. We're gonna give this thing a test try. I really hope it works good. Because those hay busters suck. They're broke down every single day. They work for small, little, tiny projects. That's it. We need something more big and efficient. Here we go, guys. Last look at it. Well, it's not beat up and destroyed. This is the cleanest it's ever gonna look. Okay, Brandon, give her big smoke. So violent! We got our first hopper full, it looks like. Oh yeah, we got some rock. Now for the most satisfying sound, in my opinion. This is some ASMR. Listening to rock fall on rock. You know, the rocks per acre here, the yield is really high. All the rains really made them grow. Well, I think we found our first dilemma with this picker. It's going pretty good so far. I think we got a decent amount done. There's our dilemma. We got jammage. Brandon said he put it in reverse, but it doesn't want to back out either. Well, we jammed it up and it doesn't look like we broke anything, so good deal. My hydraulic wouldn't move and I heard hissing. And I smell hydraulic oil. Oh boy. We have breakage. Yeah, the flux capacitor and the who's it next to the what's it broke. Well, like I was saying earlier, we we're really wet and we got this nasty storm coming, so I better hurry my butt and see if I can get this hose off here before it gets here. Metric wrenches. So SAE it is, because that's all I have. I'm sure it's metric though. Bingo! Now, can we get it to turn? Oh, this stuff's hot. Okay, we got the one end off. I better hurry up or I'm gonna get poured on. Third time's the charm, right, Tidy? Lefty, ow, Lucy. Always love when the wrench finally gives way, right? Well, I got the hose off and the rain's not here yet, but it's still coming. It is absolutely insane to me how clean that rock picker gets them rock. And how many rock we've already picked. This hole went all the way back to there, as you can see, and it's filled in this much already. Still got a little ways to go on this hole, but that is crazy. We are definitely a lot more efficient with that machine versus them two hay busters. At least if we finally have some technology for this and we're not picking them by hand. I don't think it'd be physically possible. Like, you'd need an entire year to pick that many rock by hand. And I'd be like in the best shape of my life or possibly dead. I don't know.